Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business on this Wednesday morning. Paige Arnof Fenn, she is founder and CEO of Mavens and Moguls. We're going to talk to her today. She contributed to an interview article that we did at priceofbusiness.com on the topic of don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Great article, and I wanted her to elaborate a little bit more on it. But first, Paige, welcome to the program. Tell us about yourself and Mavens and Moguls.
Thanks, Kevin. It's great to be on your show. I started Mavens and Moguls 13 years ago, and we're a marketing consulting firm based in Boston, Massachusetts, but we have people all over the country and all over the world, and we help organizations that need access to great marketing talent to help them with their PR, market research, social media, websites, branding, and if they need to tap into great marketing talent without the overhead and expense of a full-time marketing staff, we're here to help.
Okay. And so it's interesting. So you kind of lead up a team of consultants for hire?
Exactly. We're like a virtual marketing department for companies that need help on a kind of as-needed outsource basis.
Okay. And so is it typically on a project basis or sometimes they're long-term? Talk about the nature of these relationships.
So our work is both project-based and retainer-based, depending on the scope of the work that they need. So for a website, that would be like a project. There's a beginning, middle, and end. For PR, a lot of those are more longer-term retainer relationships because it will take 4 to 6 months to put together a really strong thought leadership program. So we can be pretty flexible.
Do they hire these marketing consultants through you?
Exactly. So I have a network of about 4 dozen independent marketing professionals, and they live all over the world. I used to work at Procter & Gamble and Coca-Cola, so I have a global network of just terrific marketing folks that I've worked with in my career. And now a lot of these people are independent marketing professionals, and we come together and form teams based on what our clients need. And we've helped companies as small as an early-stage startup and as big as a Fortune 500 company that just needs specific experts to come and help on a project basis.
Right, and so they pay you, and then you pay the consultants?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. So tell us about, because this is really a huge trend in a lot of areas. You've got your CFOs for hire, your chief legal counsels for hire. This is just part of that huge trend of essentially high-level outsourcing in a very specific area.
Exactly, and you're exactly right. When I started this company 13 years ago, it was much more common to outsource finance people or human resource people. I was one of the very first companies to do this with marketing talent, and in fact, Harvard Business School wrote 2 cases on our company because I was considered a pioneer in the marketing space to do this.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. By the way, the website is mavensandmoguls.com. Mavens, M-A-V-E-N-S, and Moguls, M-O-G-U-L-S.com. And you can also find Paige at priceofbusiness.com. Great article, by the way. What do you say about that? How do you apply that adage? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
You know, Kevin, I grew up in the Deep South, and, my mom and grandparents really instilled good manners in me, and I joke that a lot of my business just comes from exhibiting good manners, and I think it's true. I think a lot of our business really is because we're polite and we follow up and follow through and do what we say we're going to do, so your clients know you care about them. And I think, all those things that your parents and grandparents told you to do, to write thank you notes and return your phone calls in a timely manner, all those things really matter.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you entirely. And as far as the types of marketing experts that you work with, I imagine there's a pretty large diversity of what their area of expertise is. probably pretty wide range of types of businesses and size of businesses, or is it extremely niche-oriented?
Actually, we do cover the whole gamut. So our clients range, from very simple early stage pre-revenue in some cases, where we help them with a logo or a tagline or their very first website or business cards and stationery to get going, to very large companies like Microsoft or Colgate toothpaste or the New York Times we've done work for. And the type of work we can do really does span the whole spectrum. I've got people who are generalists and people who are specialists. So with PR, for example, we have people that just specialize in technology PR or just consumer PR. And then we've got PR specialists and generalists. On the market research front, we have people that do quantitative research and others that do qualitative research. So we can pretty much fill in if somebody's going on maternity leave or is going to be out for a few months. We can backfill for that position to keep the trains moving and hold down the fort. And it's great for companies that need, access to people that are highly trained and can hit the ground running. And because we're geographically dispersed, we can kind of just help whenever, wherever you need us, and ramp up or ramp down as needed.
Very good. Paige Arnof Fenn, she's founder and CEO of Mavens and Moguls. That's Maven and ANDMoguls.com. Thanks so much for being with us.
Kevin, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today.
You bet. Make sure you check out her article over at priceofbusiness.com. And I am Kevin Price. You're listening to The Price of Business. Want to remind you best content here. It shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, make sure you like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. More after this.